We're here today, Paul. We're just going to have a little chat about Loppy O'Neill. He played with Workington from 1956 to 1966. He made 269 appearances and he scored 117 tries. Just tell us that you played with Loppy from 1963 to 1966, so just tell us a little bit about Loppy.
Oh, John, he was one of these guys you wouldn't think he was a football player. He was pretty tall and pretty lanky, and yeah, I'd say he was about 6'3", 6'4", and maybe about 15 stone, and he would probably look like the unlikeliest football you've ever seen in your life, but boy, could he play. He was a cracking player, and he deserved what he got, in his career. He's done very well indeed.
You actually made your debut as a youngster in 1961, and Loppy at that time was an experienced player playing in the centre. So just tell us did he help you along the way?
Yeah, he was, when I first got that game, probably I think it was Rochdale, and he was one of those that encouraged me and helped me along, and not only him but also other players on the field as well. It was my first game. I was a bit nervous and tentative and didn't know what I was going to do, the right thing or the wrong thing, and they sort of settled me down, and I went forward from there and just grabbed a lot of experience off them, the way they control themselves. It's a very daunting game to play, and you've got to be in control of yourself to play it. And if you're not, you're going to have a few problems.
From 1963 to 1966, you were there a full-time experienced player for the Workington club, and Loppy was getting close to at the end of his career. There again, like, how did you relate to him then?
I looked up to John and every other player in the team, because I was the one that was coming in and starting my career. Some of these guys have been there a long time, and you got to appreciate that these guys knew a lot more than you, and you got to learn off them. And boy, did they help me to go down the track that I finally pursued. You're not young enough or old enough to take advice of anybody, and it was great to get it off these guys. They knew what they were doing. They'd been there for so long, and they knew which was the right and the wrong thing to do.
Over the years, Workington has been a great place for rugby league. Back in those years, you played several games in the Challenge Cup, but one year when you played Wigan, Durwood Park, there was a record crowd of 17,741 people. You played that day.
Yeah.
Tell us about that day.
Oh, it was unbelievable. You know, we got there about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. The kickoff was at 3, and the amount of people that was rolling the ground then was, just never seen anything like that in our lives at Durwood Park. I think by about 2:30, 2:15, 2:30, it was just about full then. And what an experience it was to play in front of a crowd like that. Never experienced anything like that in my life, and it was daunting. You know, the buzz in the atmosphere, and to play against Wigan as well. You know, that was another boost. You know, and to come so close to winning the game, I thought we'd have been unfortunate. I think we thought we'd been unfortunate.
Rugby league teams are doing a lot of travelling all the time, travelling in buses, pulling up at roadhouses. There's a story that goes round at the stop at the Scots Corner in North Yorkshire one day. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I remember that quite clearly, Gary. We pulled up for breakfast, which was probably about 10 o'clock in the morning. We all sat down at the breakfast table, and as it happened, we were on bacon, eggs and toast. I know there was bacon involved, and John was sat right opposite me. He'll probably remember this, because he was sat right opposite me, and I was a bit of a larrikin when I was a bit younger, and I got the grind off the bacon and I stuck it up my nose around the corner like this, and I turned around and this grind was hanging down, and John was nearly sick. He said, "Get it out, get it out." So I immediately took it out, but actually after that we went on, and I do believe we won the game. Yeah, I do believe we won the game down in Castleford or Featherstone. It was one of those two. So it did the trick.
Turning back to the Challenge Cup, But one of the great thrills of Loppy's football career would have been playing at Wembley in the Challenge Cup final between Wigan in 1958. And that would have been a great thrill for him.
Oh, it's got to be. You know, that's a highlight of anybody's career to play at Wembley. And I think they just got beat, didn't they? Got it 13-8.
The score was 13-9.
13-9.
13-9.
Yeah. Oh, they were so close. It could have gone either way, and didn't get the rub of the green. Unfortunately, they came up with a loser's medal, but the thing is they played in the final, and that's a great honour for Workington and those guys that got there.
The records books show that Loppy, while he was playing at Workington, scored 117 tries. Would that be correct?
You're probably right there, yeah.
Going back through the records again, it sees that during that period, the whole period you were at Workington, you only scored 111 tries.
Oh yeah, that's the way it goes, mate. Great honour for John. You know, he was the inside centre to Ike Southwood and possibly Ray Glastonbury as well, you know. So he was having to give these guys tries as well as score them himself. And boy, has he done a great job, because those guys are up there at the top in the try scoring list.
Final words you just want to pass over to?
Yeah, John, you came to my induction into the Hall of Fame at Workington, and it went down as a great night. You and Harry Archer were there, and I actually I give you not a serve, but I give you a boost. How good a play you were, and mate, I meant every word of it. You and that other fellow that was sat with you, Harry Archer, you were two of the best players that ever played at this club, mate, and it was great to play with you. Have a good night, and all the best, mate. I'll catch up with you shortly.